All right, we are live. So I'm really excited today to introduce Chris Burke, a colleague of ours. He recently joined us with EXP, but started his career off 2014, and just been killing it ever since. So, Chris, I'm don't want to do all the talking. So tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started in real estate, and what made you the great realtor you are today.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I started out in 2014, like you said. I came from factory work, 12-hour days, 7 days a week, and it sucked. Like, it was no fun.
I've been there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then before that, I went to school to be a Harley Davidson mechanic. So did that for a little while. Came back here, got into the factory. My dad grew up in the factory at Arvin's. So that was natural. It was just where I ended up. And then, I've done a lot of things. I went to school to be a firefighter. I was an EMT for a while. I've just done a bunch of stuff. Swung a hammer for, I don't know, my family's always been in construction. So that's kind of where we went. Always been swinging a hammer. That's just been a side thing. Once I got out of that, I would realize that, my dad and my uncle, it's hard on them. Like, it's hard swinging a hammer for 40 years, So I thought, well, let's do something different. And real estate I really happened upon real estate. Like, no agents that I've ever seen or met were similar to me or talked like me or came from the background I came in. Like, I thought there's no chance I'm going to make it in real estate, but I gave it a shot.
Well, I think people like the fact that you're real, right? And you've came up from just like I did. I went from the Marine Corps to a factory, worked at Chrysler Foundry for 16 years, and that was hard work. So I think people like the fact that you're real. You're not pretending. You are who you are, and you can relate to people. You can relate to everyday people. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really what's helped me. The knowledge of construction helps a ton because I know what's what and how much it's going to cost to fix it. But yeah, I mean, I cuss. I am who I am. I started the industry trying to be something I wasn't, and I didn't enjoy it. And then I was finally like, fuck it. I am who I am. If you like me, work with me. If you don't, then don't. Like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Right. So it's one of those things that I found my way. And then people appreciate that I tell them this house is a turd. Don't buy it. They've never heard that before. I just feel like it was. And then I saw that and I was like, okay, people like the honesty. They want the honesty from their agent. Like, the perception is that every agent wants to get money. Well, I don't really care about the money. I want to help you. Like, I came from a background of hardworking, middle class people. That's who I like to work with. That's my clientele, and that's who I've, gravitated towards, and vice versa. So when I tell you this house is a piece of shit, you understand that the house is a piece of shit. I'm not like pulling over anything on you. Like, and if I tell you you need to buy this house, then you need to buy the house.
So you started off kind of on your own, right, as a single agent, and then you finally built a team into a brokerage, correct?
Yeah. So I actually started off with another agent that's like in our atmosphere right now, Brooke Wyatt. I did my 2-year time with her. But the goal was always to be on my own. Like, I've never been fit in with the bunch and, water cooler talking kind of guy. Right. Like, so, and I always do stuff a little bit against the grain. So it's kind of like, all right, let me do my bidding for 2 years that I have to do. And then I'm going to start my own brokerage. And, I started out just me and did that for a while. And then, I got a couple of people that were interested that wanted to come on board. And I was like, okay, I get, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, let's give it a shot, and when I did that, I started, I met you guys and I started to have conversations about bigger pictures. And once I started to look at the broad picture of how I can actually truly help these other people with what I've done, I thought, okay, well, let's build a team. Like, let's really impact some people. Like, if I can build you up and share in my success coming from a blue collar, factory worker to a real estate agent that's making really good money and helping other people, like, let's do it. So I'm on board with bringing anybody on at this point. Like, the more people I can help and grow, the better off we are.
What it truly is, when we went to EXP, when we first went, we had an independent brokerage too. We went to EXP and really did it because we wanted to help our agents. We wanted to do profit share with them and didn't know how to do it. And what EXP did was give everyone we brought in a piece of ownership in a large scale level. So really excited for our agents now, and the passive income they're making along with their deals they're closing and their clients they're serving. It really helps them where they don't have to close as many deals to make as much money, and they can really focus more on the clients and do a better job for them. So we're really excited about the direction it's taking us. I know you are too. So what are your plans for the future now, as far as building this thing and helping your clientele and making and building your name even bigger than what it is? I know you're already big, especially on the South Side. So.
Yeah, I mean, for now, like, my plan is, I've just had my dad get his license. He's on board. My wife also got hers. I've got a couple of good friends and then a couple other agents that have all joined up. So right now it's, let's get everybody successful. Let's see how much money we can get for everybody and how much success I can share and knowledge of the years that I put in on this job to get all them successful. And then how do I duplicate that and grow this into where I can help hundreds of agents, thousands of agents do the same thing I've done. Like, that's one thing that EXP has opened up to me, is that, the big thing for me is, like, me going into real estate was the first of any kind in our family. Like, nobody's a real estate agent. Like, I was the first, and everybody's like, I don't see it. Like, you're not going to be, you just know, like, it's not going to happen. You're going to suck at being a real estate agent. And I was like, I probably will suck, but it's fine. Like, I'm going to give it one hell of a shot either way. And I'm successful. And now everybody has seen it now and want a piece of the success. And I want to share the piece of success that I've gotten and how I've done it. And if I can share that with my family and friends and people that I know and colleagues that I've worked with, like, that's what I want to do. That's what, like, real estate agents, when you get in this business and you've been in it for a long time, it becomes, a transaction, and you've done it 1,000 times, and the transaction's a transaction. I've always wanted more in life and business and just in general. Like, I want to feel like I have a purpose. And, EXP has really helped me to see that, okay, I can do this on a much larger scale. And I'm truly helping the agents. Like, these agents are getting stock in a company, and they're getting, potential for multiple streams of passive income. No chance I could have ever given them that at my own independent brokerage. Like, it just wasn't even feasible to do. So, that has been the biggest game changer for me. And like I said, my wife just got her license. Well, that's allowing her to stay home with our kids and raise our kids. And that's a big deal for her. So, like, that's part of the success. Like, we're able to do that. Like, she can stay home with the kids. I can focus on the business. We can work together. Like, it's just really, really awesome. If you look at the business, it's the best model that you could possibly go. Like, I ignored it for 2.5 years. I said, no, I'm good. I'm on my own. Like, I like doing my own thing.
That's what we said too.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, it's just, no, I didn't even I didn't watch the, videos. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll get to it, whatever. And then, I sat down and watched it, and I thought, all right, this is bigger than just me. Like, how can I serve other agents and, my clients better? And this does it. This allows me to touch more people on a bigger scale.
Yeah, that's one thing we figured out too. It's a good point, is that the more leverage and more freedom, or the more revenue share and different streams of income you build, the more time you have, not only for your family, but to focus on your clients that you do have and give them a better service. So, and one thing I realized that most all realtors, we either have too much time and not enough money, or we're making the money and we don't have any time for anything. And you're trying to figure out how you're fitting all their clients in and showing 2 or 3 buyers and going on the listing appointment. and this kind of gives you the freedom to really focus on what we should be doing anyway, is focusing on the client and the people we serve. So so you've obviously got a servant's heart, and it shows when you're working with people, and obviously by the repeat business and all the business you're doing. So what would you tell anyone right now looking to join, or looking for you, or looking to join with you? What would you give them, your email address or your cell phone number, how they contact you, and what would you offer them?
Yeah, absolutely. Like anybody that's even remotely interested, feel free to give me a call. Like the story is much deeper, than the 10 minutes that we can talk about, So my number is 317-400-3042. Like literally text, reach out. I'm on Facebook. But yeah, I mean, as far as offering, like I have the knowledge, like I put my time in, and like you can look at my reviews. Everybody that's used me pretty much loves me, like because I am who I am. And I don't want, the biggest thing I've seen in real estate is when you go to pretty much 90% of the brokers, everybody's got the same headshot. Everybody's got the same this. Everybody looks exactly the same. Wear your tie, wear your suit. Well, in business, that's not how it really works. Like they don't want to do business with the suit and tie guy. They want to do business with the guy that rides a Harley and fishes because they ride a Harley and fish. Like be a person. Like, and that's what I try to teach my agents and anybody that's around me, is that people like you for you. They want to do business with you because they like you. So just be you. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't try to be polished. Like people like, and there's going to be people, trust me, there's people that do not like that I say fuck. Like, I mean, there just is, right? Like I probably offended 10 people on this thing already. It's fine. But the people that like me, that relationship is deep. And that's what that's what I'm looking for out of real estate, is relationships with clients, customers, agents that are deep, that they know that I'm sincere. When I tell them something, it's fact. So, that's what I would say that I have to offer to people. If anybody wants to, come on, I'm more than happy to take them on. EXP has given us a great platform to plug people into. And even like with you and Amanda, like that is not a possibility at any other brokerage. This conversation is not a conversation that gets had because it's competition. I'm against you, but in this, we're together.
Right.
Like, and I didn't believe it. I thought, yeah, whatever. Like, at a normal brokerage, they show you some of the cards and then they keep the ones that work to themselves because, well, if I show you them all, you're going to take my business. But here, everybody wants everybody to win because then everybody wins. Like, I mean, the model is genius if you really look at it.
And there's enough business out there for everyone. There truly is. It's and especially when you take the Perella principle, where it's 10% of the agents, it's probably more like 5% of the agents are doing 90% of the business or 95% of the business. But it's true. You want everyone to be successful. It helps our image. It helps the real estate business, and it helps everyone in EXP. And it helps us with our stock. So which is always cool because that's done really well for us. So, well, Chris, hey man, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you doing this interview. I'm sure you'll get a lot of people reaching out to you just from this interview. Keeping it real, man. I like that. We'll have to go fishing sometime. I used to fish bass tournaments all the time, and actually fished with Jacob Willer. He was my buddy's son. He's a pro bass fishing
nice
guy right now. So he's
that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do some fishing sometime.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, reach out to this guy. He's awesome. He'll sell your house. He'll actually help you in real estate if you're looking to be a buyer's agent or a seller's agent or join a team. Look out for Chris Burke and watch him on my board, man. He's moving up the top. All right, Chris, thanks.
Thanks, man. I'll get you.